Hey everyone, Kai here. Welcome! Okay, so I'm so excited because I got a new Bible. This is my New Living Translation Illustrated Study Bible. I got it a few months ago, but I definitely wanted to do a review on it. I just finished reading the book of Genesis again. I actually wanted to start from the beginning. And what I love about this Bible is that it is illustrations, there's timelines, there's maps, but also there's commentary. Let me get close in there so you can see it. There's commentary. So it's not like you're reading the Bible by yourself. You have an interpretation of what you're reading. And I find so much power in that. Some backstory. We all know how important the Bible is. I've read the book of Genesis before. It did not marinate like it's marinating now. This Bible is everything, and it is marinating so much just because, like I said, you have those little, those commentary bullets that's helping. Some things in the Bible is hard to understand or hard to interpret, and I decided to study. I've read Genesis before, I've read Exodus, I've read a lot of books in the Bible, but this is the first time in my life that I'm actually sitting down and studying the Bible. So I'm proud of myself. I spent the last few months completing Genesis, and I've retained so much. When I first read Genesis, the book that stood out to me the most was, or not the book, but the person that stood out to me the most was Joseph. His up and down and up and down and up and down, and even through all the downs, and he went through a lot of downs, he had so much favor. Like, God had a plan for his life. This time, the person that stands out to me the most is his father, Jacob. I completely missed the power in Jacob's life story until I reread it again, and especially because I had my commentary there and I'm literally taking my time to read it. The power of Jacob, it really hit. And that's the beauty of the Bible. It always comes alive. It always comes, it's alive, and it always comes alive for you. And so Jacob's story, where Jacob started out rough. He started out as someone who stole his brother's birthright, and eventually became a very, very anointed and favored person in God's eyes. Not to say that he wasn't always, but his story started out rough. He worked for 20 years with a deceptive father-in-law, but Jacob was also very deceptive. But the power that stuck out in his story was chapter 32, when he was wrestling with God. And that illustrated to me that sometimes God is constantly telling us, he's there with us. Have no fear. He's right with us. And Jacob had dreams. Jacob had, definitely confirmation throughout his life. He was favored. Like, when people tried to deceive him, he was favored. He always ended up on top, and still it wasn't enough for him. He still was questioning whether his brother was going to fight him or kill him with his army of 400 men, and he's still doubting God, and he's still afraid, and he's letting fear stifle him, and he's trying to take care of the situation between him and his brother, who, he stole his birthright. The brother rightfully wanted to kill him, but he's trying to take the situation into his own hand and not allowing God to work through that situation, and he's trying to, appease the brother with gifts and all of these things. And God had to wrestle with him, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it reminded me of myself, where God is with me. I know he's with me, and yet I still have fear. I still question him. And when God led me to that story, he showed me that I didn't want to be like Jacob, because Jacob ended up crippled trying to do things on his own and trying to take control over his own situation, and trying to, just not recognizing when God is there and that he's with you. And I didn't want to end up like Jacob, but I really identified with his story, and it really hit home for me. So this book is the fact that I can talk about that in such understanding. I mean, this Bible is so powerful, but it's really helping me to like develop a passion of reading, and I get excited. Look at all the pictures. There's so many pictures. Oh man, there's so many pictures and illustrations. It's beautiful. So it's perfect for me. Like I said, I am a Christian. I am not really a Bible reader until the last few years I started. And now I'm hooked. It's like food for me. And so it was really important for me to find a Bible that would make reading the word fun. So check it out. It's NLT. It's by Tyndale, and I can't remember how much it cost, but I do think it was pretty reasonable. I'll definitely put the price of it up. So yeah, all right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Bye.